The main table is designed to help you view your business through the lens of numbers. In other words, it gathers all the metrics you need for further analysis of your income, expenses, and the effectiveness of your sales channels and employees. Let me walk you through the data that this table contains. The first data we are interested in is where our client came from. Here, we list all the platforms where our company has a presence. Next, we enter the date to track when the sale occurred, along with the client's name. We also have order categories, and for my client, there are 5 categories: wedding cakes, cupcakes, birthday and holiday cakes, dessert tables, which is a full catering service, and shortcakes, small cakes like bento cakes that clients want to pick up either on the day of the order or the following day. The next column is the order value for the client. The following column shows the total cost of the order, including delivery, if required. The payment method is crucial for monitoring where your money is, which account the payment came from, or the type of transfer used: cash, Cash App, or PayPal. Next, we have the product column. We have a product line, and to calculate the cost, we need to use the calculator. The calculator consists of the following columns. In the first column, we choose the flavor from our product line. After selecting the flavor and size, the cost and weight are automatically updated. For example, if we need to calculate the cost of a 2-tiered cake, we see that the cost and weight change. If we change it to a 3-tiered cake, the price also changes accordingly. Next, we manually transfer the net cost and weight values to these rows. Why? So that we can select the correct weight range in this column. Based on that range, all the automatic calculations will follow. Columns marked in gray are the ones you will need to fill in yourself. The baker's salary is automatically calculated. You enter the cost of decoration yourself. You also enter the time spent by the decorator on the cake's decoration. The decorator's salary is then calculated automatically. The packaging price is calculated automatically as well. If you had any additional items in the cake, for example, if you charged extra for different flavors in the cake, 2 layers of one flavor and the 3rd layer of a different flavor, or if you added a charge for an exclusive recipe, you input that here to ensure the information is tracked. The product's full cost is then calculated, including the salesperson's salary, the baker's salary, the decorator's salary, and the cost of the cake. Then comes the company's markup. You can see the markup that's applied to the order cost, and subtracting the cake's cost gives you the company's margin. If there was delivery, you input the delivery fee here. You can also indicate whether you made the delivery yourself, in which case you can calculate your own salary. Or if you used a service like Uber, you can write Uber and add a comment. This is very convenient. You can input the miles you drove to deliver the order, and the system will automatically calculate that column. Like any company, you must operate at a profit. Delivery is not your main business, but you should still include margin for your company to earn on this service. I've set the delivery margin at 50%. Therefore, the full price for the client's delivery is already included in the order. The total order cost includes the cake price with margin plus the delivery cost. The last columns are for the salesperson's hours. As the owner of the business, you are also the salesperson. Therefore, the time spent negotiating the order with the client should also be compensated. In this case, I've set up an option where wedding cakes take the salesperson more time. So I've set the time for one wedding cake to 2 hours. This is the full time from accepting the order to completion. The salesperson stays in touch with the client throughout. These hours and amounts can change and are customizable, just like any other figures in this table, such as the baker's salary, decorator's salary, your categories, and your product line. Everything is calculated and populated based on your specific needs. So, let's add our client, who had already ordered a cake, to the table. The client came to us through the Yelp advertising platform. The cake was prepared for January 15th. The client's name is Kate. She needed a birthday cake. It was a 2-tiered cake priced at $560. Kate's cake was eggless with the tropical treats flavor. The first tier was 5 by 4 inches, and the second tier was 9 by 5 inches. We calculated the cake's cost and weight. The payment was made via Zelle. Here, we input the weight and the cake's prime cost. The weight falls into the 3.6 kilograms category. The baker's salary was calculated automatically. $10 was spent on decorations. As the decorator, I spent 2 hours decorating this cake. There were no additional details for this cake. Accordingly, I see that the total cost of this cake came to $149. The company's margin was $411. Please note that this is just a made-up example. This client also required delivery. I delivered 35 miles in 2 hours. The total delivery cost was $100. We see that the delivery price, considering the company's margin, amounts to $101. I make a note here that the delivery was done by an Uber driver. Why do I note this? To later calculate my salary as a courier. I see that my salary as a seller, when I acted as one, was also calculated. All the numbers are accounted for. At the end of the month, I see that my total orders amounted to $6,249. The total prime cost was $261. The baker's salary was $623. The decorator's salary was $575. We also see the company's margin, the delivery price, how much we earned from delivery, and how much we earned as a seller. In other words, we can see all salaries and expenses for this period in full.